Till Gary gets his. Ready, guys? Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to late night edition of the Recap Show. It's week 7. High school football finished. Here in week 7, we shift gears to week 8. But before we go there, how about we talk a little high school football action? Because, baby, it's a wild one tonight. Give them a wow, Gary.
Let's go. Wow, man. It was an awesome night.
Wake up the energy.
Let's go.
Wake up the energy. You're up late with Under the Lights. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Week 7 high school football. We are live from Gary Swallow's Taekwondo Martial Arts building here in Opelousas, Louisiana. Speaking of Opelousas, OHS Tigers, it's a happy homecoming, my friend.
Not just happy. It was one-sided. It was way one-sided.
Tigers celebrating big time tonight. We talk
Way
big
to
time.
go.
We talk big time moments in the state of Louisiana. We got shockwaves across the state of Louisiana, and the man himself just witnessed a homecoming win tonight at Elton, Louisiana. You're in the district race, my friend. You're still in it. It's a 4-way tie. It's going to be a lot of great football tonight talk. We're excited. I mean, the Fort Barry Red Devils even won tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
It's going to be a heck of a game.
them Red Devils is rocking right now, man.
I mean, not that far.
Jake
but,
said,
but we got our 3rd win of the season.
That's
my
right,
friend.
number 3.
Jake said y'all would do the exact thing. Jake said y'all would 5-5.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody won tonight and somebody didn't.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey.
We ain't going to point no fingers, bud.
Absolutely. Upsets, yes they were. It's Friday the 13th, ladies and gentlemen. You knew it was going to be a crazy type of night. You knew there was going to be a lot of energy on the panel. You knew we were going to come and finish week 7 off the right way. We want to thank everyone for tuning in here for our recap show. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to give our thoughts. We're going to give some oh my's tonight. I gave you an oh my friend. Shout out to Whips Print with the shirt tonight. Holly's Lock of the Week, and Holly's Lock of the Week went big. Vermilion Catholic rolled to Holly's 6-1 mark.
They didn't just go win big. They went berserk. They did an awesome job in a game that we didn't think it was going to be. We thought it was going to be really tight. Yeah. And boy, were we proven wrong.
JT Curtis, 3 wins away. He is just shut out of Acadiana tonight.
Nobody does that, but guess what? He did.
You knew he was going to get those guys ready to go. 2 losses in a row. You could not see Curtis losing 3 in a row.
That was prove me wrong. I'm a big Acadiana fan. You know that. But man, John Curtis came out there. Actually, they went up there ready to play, ready to do it. Guess what? Congratulations, JT Curtis.
Down goes Holy Cross.
I know it. How can you believe that? That was not supposed to happen.
That Catholic League is strong. That Catholic League is good. That Catholic League shows up every week with barn burner, highlight type of nights, monumental games.
Right.
So, hey, that was another one. You look at some other things tonight. Duck Roast Sports Network checking into the chat. 7-0 Santa Mike Gators. What a run and what a start to those guys over there. What a 7 weeks they've had them.
It was unbelievable because I'm gonna tell you, I've been a Santa Monica fan for a long time, but man, they are something else. Never count them out.
Absolutely.
I don't care how good or how bad they're supposed to be. Never count them out, and they're playing some ball.
Let's see what else is going on in the chat tonight. Screaming Eagles, yes indeed, Devin Stive.
Got some good ones.
Hey, if you had a big win tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the chat where you're watching from, who got the big win tonight. I know we had a couple homecomings going on tonight, but you got a big win tonight. Let us see it in the chat. How about Elton beating East Bow? The race in 1A is tight. His district is a
Four-way
four-way
tie,
tie
baby.
at the
We in it.
moment. Yo, JB in the chat. Shaw rolls again, ladies and gentlemen. Wildcats checking in. Did they dominate tonight?
Oh,
60
man.
big ones. And Red River with a big win over Lakeview. Coach over there from Lakeview was at Avoyos. Try to get those guys rolling over there. Red River not so fast.
You're right. You're
Upset
right.
alert, upset alert, upset alert. We challenged Kaplan this week. Would they respond? You knew ERAF was going to be tough sledding at home this week. Kaplan. It took a 9-minute drive? A go-ahead score. I think that was right. Gary,
Pretty close.
Holden, Brendan, Kaplan is in that district race, and they got a big one next week with St. Martinville.
You're right.
Absolutely
You're
huge.
Yep.
Rose Pond gets a win this week. Welsh Road over. Oh, she called out Jake tonight. Welsh Road over Jake McCoy's Tigers. I didn't say it.
Oh, we didn't say it. It's in the chat.
Lori said it. Kaplan 6-1, ladies and gentlemen. LCA complete bloodbath over Turling. Boy, we're gonna dive into that
Oh, yeah,
one
we're
for
going to
sure.
hit that one. Whoa.
Let me tell you something. The Saints will continue to march on, ladies and gentlemen. What else? I mean, they jumping off tonight. Southside High School over Sulphur. Big one next week. Southside Acadiana, get ready. Get your popcorn ready. Port Barry 26-8 over Ville Platte. You love to see it. Congratulations, Coach Angel. Oh, chats
yeah.
are flying in. It's going to be a dandy of a night. We start off with Brendan. Brendan, big homecoming win. You're an alumni. You're in that race. Let's talk about it. You better show some
Huge,
more excitement than
huge.
that.
It was a huge night for us.
You drove all the way to Elton. It's almost midnight.
I did.
You
It's
want to
almost
celebrate
mid-
the win with the
it's
panel.
It's almost midnight. I've been excited the whole way here.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
guys blowing up my phone like, dude, what the heck happened? And it was just like, I mean, these boats come in and you know exactly what's
Put it in that
coming.
cup.
They're coming double tight, double wing,
I'm hitting it tonight.
and they're running it right down your throat. And I believe Elton's O-line only has one senior, and the rest, the other four, are freshmen and sophomores. And we matched those guys lick for lick tonight. Every time, I believe we stopped East Bogart 4th and 1 at the 1 yard line. So I mean, that's a huge that's a huge stop for us.
Yes.
They only punted the ball one time. So through 4 quarters, we stopped them on 4th down almost every drive, and we were able to win at the line of scrimmage, which was huge for us. A very young team, a freshman quarterback. I mean, what more can you say? A team matured tonight, and you put yourself in a opportunity to compete for a district championship here in the next few
Four-way
weeks.
tie, dude.
Four-way tie right now.
Four-way.
When the
Four-way tie.
entire state counted you out, that did not bother Elton on homecoming night.
Answered big.
Congratulations,
Answered
my
big.
friend.
Thank you, sir.
Well-deserved win.
Most-
Holden,
Thank
your most impressive thing you saw tonight, or if you want to talk Thursday night, what jumped off on the page on you?
Shoot, coming off guard on that one. I just say LCA's dominating win.
LCA putting 60-something big ones, huh?
Yep.
On the
What
road.
about that Oberlin game? You watched it live at your house. I know that you were very impressed, and that was a heck of a game to watch.
I was more aggravated than anything because I hate turnovers.
Yeah, right.
But it was nice for them to overcome and win that game. 6 turnovers.
You lose 6 fumbles.
You know.
How many people can say that they turned the ball over 6 times
How many?
and
still
won
won.
6? Now, and that's
Hold
they
on,
lost
hold
6.
on.
They probably
on,
fumbled a
Gary.
few more.
Hold on, Gary.
About 10 or 11
How
times.
many?
You said 6 turnovers.
6 turnovers.
How many wows did this man, or no, how many oh my gods this man say on that game-winning touchdown run?
I believe it was 4.
Not 1, not 2, but 6 of them.
Was it 6?
Oh my God! On that touchdown run, go check the commentary.
We got to go check it out. We got to find out, man.
I rewatched it. I did say it a lot, but that was mind blowing.
But how? That's not. You turn the ball over 6 times and you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But not this game.
Not that one.
No.
Not that one.
Congratulations to Oberlin. They did what they and the way that they won it on that last play. Oh my God! All I can say is wow.
Absolutely.
When a lot
Because
of
that was a wow moment in that game.
when a lot of people probably around the state probably didn't give them a chance because they only dressed out, what, Jordan, maybe
22.
22, 25 guys when Bazil was dressing out about 42 to 45.
Yeah.
So
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hey, I see Bazil in the chat right now. Mr. Bazil himself. Ooh, I know that's a tough one to swallow, my brother.
it'll be a tougher one next week, huh, Jordan?
Yeah. We'll see. We're going to have to talk about that.
Talk about the Devils next week.
That's later on. We're going to do this. We worrying about this
Devils
week.
next week. Devils coming to town next week, Gary.
Yeah, right.
Hey, let's go Thursday night football, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk a little, some craziness.
Yo, you're right.
Lake Charles College Prep at St. Louis. We thought this was going to be a good one. We said it could come down to be your favorites in the district race. If you got this win tonight, look out. You were in the driver's seat. Holden.
Yo.
34-7. The Saints, no problem on Thursday night. They only lost this year, came to Viter. When do we start paying attention and say this is a special St. Louis football team?
They should already. I said it last week on the show when we were picking that they're the best team in Lake Charles. And I stand by it.
Yes, it did.
You did say that.
Gary
You
Swallow,
did.
the
You
linebacker at St. Louis, now the all-time leader in tackles over there. What a defense they have. What a linebacker they have in Grand Monte.
You are absolutely right. St. Louis is a team to be reckoned with. That young man that's playing linebacker is a special talent. I'm sure. I can't wait to see him. I don't know what grade, whether he's a senior or not. I don't know, but I can't wait to see him at the next level because he is that good.
Yeah.
So look out. I think they are a team to be reckoned with. Look out. Was it week 10?
Oh, it's week 9, baby.
Week nine.
St. Louis Highway.
St. Louis Highway. That's going to be a matchup.
Hey, what's that called?
Clash of the Titans.
Smash
Mouth.
Mouth.
You're
And their
right.
only loss is to Viter, a team out of Texas who's very good. It's their only loss, and it was 21-17.
Collision course coming for the district title.
Right.
Frozen?
Okay, just making sure.
We good?
Good. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Iowa, St. Louis, week 9. You better get there early.
Man, you better. That place is going to be packed. It's going to be rocking. Look out.
You know what's going to be? It's going to be semifinal type of good.
Exactly. It's going to be playoff atmosphere. Playoff before the playoffs. That's what it's going to be. Right there.
Yes, indeed. Hey, couple things in the chat real quick before we move on with Thursday Night Football. WPBN, check it into the chat. Wolfpack Broadcasting Network.
Right?
St. Paul's wins 9-7. It was a 4th down stop with like less than 10 seconds. 9-7 victory. What a win for those guys over there.
Definitely. Great job, guys.
I'd love to have been at that one. Bet you that one was
That
exciting.
was got to be an exciting game.
And you talk about Peabody, Holden, knocking off the number 1 team in the state of Louisiana. We're going to have a new
Got you,
number
Mandy.
1 next week. Division 4. Select who's going to grab that top spot because down goes number 1.
I didn't see that coming at all, Jordan.
Peabody, talk to me, Holden.
What you want, bro?
You like Harry Coleman. You love what he's done to that program. Talk to me about a huge win tonight and what that can do moving forward with the program.
No, man, they're coming along good. I think they're only they have one loss coming into that game? Was to Neville?
Yeah.
I think so.
You lost to Neville at Neville.
Yeah, you lost to something like that. You lost to Neville and Neville. So, think about Peabody. Obviously, everybody knows him as a basketball school. But what
Right.
Terry Coleman has done is change that program in literally 2 years. So now they're getting the respect for football like they do for basketball. I mean, St. Mary's was the number 1 team in Division 4, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
And they go ahead and they put up 39 points and beat them by 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's impressive, man.
the main thing. That
So
I'm gonna
could we say this might be one of your big time moments later to talk about upsets of the night or statement wins of the night? It could be.
This
You have to find out later on.
Huge.
Go ahead, Gary.
I think what he's doing over there is he's developing a culture of success. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's a great coach. I think he's putting it together. There's a lot of talent around, that area. Peabody has always been great. Has always had great athletes, and now he's actually taking them out of the classroom and starting to put them on the field and actually teach them how to have that culture. So I think he's doing a great job.
Think
over
about it. As a kid, you think, man, I got a future. I got an NFL. I got an LSU legend as my head coach,
Right.
Who also played in the NFL. Who wouldn't want to play for him?
Right.
Absolutely.
Harry Coleman's a cool dude. We
yeah.
know him personally. Cool dude.
If you ever talk to this man, you will be amazed at how cool he is.
You remember?
I mean-
remember when we interviewed him down there in New Roads?
Right.
What an interview that was.
But I mean, the thing about it is just he's such a cool guy. I mean, he knows how to clown, he knows how to BS, but he knows how to be serious.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, that man is gonna make that program special.
Yes, sir. Shout out to those guys. The Warhorses, huge win tonight over the number 1 ranked team in the state. That sends
I
shockwaves
think
across the
Jazz,
state.
Harry Coleman's brother, does a show also and pick Peabody to upset them.
May have.
Hey, Oakdale over my move Thursday night. No problems there. They get back in their winning ways after dropping 2 in a row. I know that feels good. They're going to get
Right.
another one next week. They got Pickering. So
Right.
Oakdale should get back in a little groove here.
Yeah.
47-8 was that final score.
Mikey is the offensive coordinator, Mikey Higginbotham, one of my very good friends, former student of mine, someone that's very special to me. Great job. I'm so proud of him and all of his successes. They're turning that program into a driving force. It seems like they're getting better and better.
Yes, indeed,
Yeah.
my friend. Rain, they bounced back in a big way Thursday night, 54-6 over LaGrange. You know they had a bad taste in their mouth after that Eunice loss.
Them Wolves was trying to get that bad. They were spitting that bad taste out. It was awesome. What they
Hey,
did.
Wednesday
Came back.
night, Gary.
Yes.
Holden, you wasn't here, but Wednesday night I said Avoyelles with a 1-5 record might be favored over Holy Savior Menard, which was with a 3-3 record, but good God Almighty, 13-6, a defensive slugfest.
That's where there was no offense hardly in that game at all. It was like, let's see which defense can
Yeah.
be the best.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that comment?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In Iowa, we said they're on a collision course with St. Louis. They got to take care of business on their side. They got Westlake Thursday night. They got Lake Charles College Prep next week. They can keep winning. We will have that district championship game. And the first check was off on the paper when they took care of Westlake at home. 38-0. This offense looks really good, Holden. We saw them in person a few weeks ago. So, collision course?
Collision
Oh,
course.
Take care of
definitely.
business
Collision
next
course.
week.
What's the kid's name I like?
You like Corbello?
Corbello.
Corbello.
This is a collision course for 1 and 2. It's a district championship. I see it.
I covered this
Look
district
out.
championship game last year, and
I
it
know.
lived up to the hype. It might live up to another Week 9 thriller.
Right.
We'll see.
I
I can't wait.
I think it's going to be amazing. And, man,
That's
can you set up those two teams for the playoffs? Oh, my God. The winner is going to get a little bit bigger of a boost, but, man,
I think that's
the
my
loser's
favorite.
going to be awesome, too.
So far, every game I've gone to, I think that's my favorite stadium I've been to.
Yeah,
All right.
their atmosphere.
That's a football town.
Right, most
Man.
definitely.
It's what, speed versus strength that night?
Pretty much, yes.
I don't know. Highway got both though.
We said what?
Yeah.
St. Louis might be one of the better defenses we've seen in the state.
That's gonna be a game,
Land
man.
Sharks.
Yeah.
We
Land Shark.
You're
Land
right.
Shark
might break the
defense.
record books on that one.
Hey, if ever, it's gonna be fun.
You're right.
Okay, Opelousas Catholic, their talented offense showed why they can score points at a premium. Them guys are fast. Them guys can catch. Them guys are good after the catch. Opelousas Catholic 55, Catholic Appointee 30. A lot of people said this was your district title game. A lot of people said this would be the driver's seat and nobody would lose from here on out. But it's a start. You know what's down the road.
Oh, yeah.
55-30. Usually when you score 30 points, you don't lose many games.
Right.
But Thursday night, Opelousas Catholic 55-30. Congratulations to the Vikings. Who's going to slow that offense down moving forward? To be determined.
Right.
Not likely.
I don't know if anybody in the district can do that.
You have to score with them? What
I
y'all
don't
think? You have to score with them?
You're gonna have to just.
The only team that was capable of scoring with it was possibly Catholic Appointee. And
Right.
That's St.
And
Ed's
they
week
just-
10.
Well, St. Ed's is coming
Yeah.
up.
Collision
weekend.
course. I
Week
mean,
10.
St. Ed's didn't score many tonight, but you know they have the back to have a huge night at any moment.
Right. The key on that is, can their defense stop him, and can their offense, do what they need to do to score to keep up with their offense. So it's
Until that Week 10 matchup with St. Ed's, I don't think there's another team in that district that has the offensive firepower to score with.
I agree with
those.
you.
I agree.
Oh,
Destrehan, no problems tonight with Terrebonne. I mean, that Destrehan team has the current win streak in the state of Louisiana, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be broke anytime soon. You even line up a 5-1 Terrebonne team across the field. Still no match. Destrehan might not be tested again until we get to the playoffs. And it might be quarterfinal before they face somebody in that caliber, but
they were a silent champion last year.
Silent
Nobody
Giants.
talked about them, and
The Giants
they're
are
doing the
back.
same thing this year.
Yeah.
They're just dominating everybody. Unbelievable.
Basil Oberlin, boy, did that one live up to the
Man,
rivalry
oh, man.
name. Final score 20-16. If I told you Oberlin had 6 turnovers and won the football game, you would call me crazy and tell me to put the liquor down.
Check that cup.
Oof, oof, oof. It is.
Unbelievable.
It is. That's Braden coming through. I thought he wasn't in the chat tonight, y'all. Holden, look at that matchup. East St. John's undefeated.
Give me Destrehan.
Okay, where was I at, Braden?
Oberlin.
Yeah.
Busted play, quarterback around the corner for the game winner. What a game it was in Oberlin. Thank you for the opportunity to cover that game. And then a sack at the end, strip, fumble. That's all she wrote. 20-16, early candidate of game of the year.
Most definitely there.
We said that the other night. We said that Thursday night.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats because this was a 59-point difference. I told you to take the over on Friday night, and we were close. I said this was going to be 80 to 100 points scored. 65 was pretty damn close.
Yeah, but that was only with one team.
Yeah.
One team.
One team.
One
There,
team
you
did
go
it.
into Turlings. You go into their ballpark. You come in after last year when they went into your ball field and knocked you off on a last-second heave. You remember?
I remember.
Oh, you remember that?
I remember it. I watched it.
Well, you remember. Now, you fast forward a year later. You look at this matchup. You know LCA had this one circled. You know they wanted to come and get some sweet season revenge. They got all the revenge they needed in the semifinals. But you know it was going to be extra sweet to revenge that Week 7 loss from last year after they went into your field and knocked you off the way they did. This one had headlines everywhere. It was the game of the state. It was going to be offense versus offense. It was going to be DeJuan Johnson versus Preston Walsh. It was going to be who had the ball last.
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Who you telling?
'Cause it
You
was-
talk about 62-3. Who the hell saw that coming?
Nobody saw that coming. There was no way you could have predicted this margin of victory by watching these two teams perform.
62-3.
There's no way you
He's
could have
a
figured
human
that out.
cheat code. You playing Madden? You gotta go find Juwan Johnson, create player mode. Hold on.
Turbo.
Hold on. Listen up, Gary. Listen up, Britton. I know you over here quiet. Listen up.
Holden's quiet over there too.
Holden? And we've only been covering football for 5 years now. Juwan Johnson is the best football player I've ever seen play football.
High school.
High school.
Yeah, I'd say
The
pretty damn
best
close.
player I've ever seen play high
All
school
around.
football.
Yes, I'd say.
In my 5 years of covering high school
I'd
football.
say pretty doggone close. He's one of the best athletes. He's smart. He knows when to throw it. He knows when to run. He is putting himself in position to just not only take LCA to a state championship.
Oh yeah, but
But
JB, you've been covering football a lot longer than me.
Right. But he's also putting himself in position for his future. Who would not want this man?
In 5 years, that's
Who
the
would
best
not?
player I've ever seen.
I mean, he's probably got
And you know who's second best? Puka Williams.
Puka Williams.
Oh, that was
I watched Puka Williams.
Puka
this
Williams
year.
at Acadiana that
Uh-huh.
night was something special,
But-
man.
That dude was electric in high school. I remember
He's
watching
got.
that.
He's
Wow.
gonna have. If I know he has them now, he's got offers from every college in this country. Please come play for us.
And he's going.
And he's going
He's
to
going revive DBU.
DBU.
He got to revive it because we are lost. We are
Right.
lost art right now.
Yeah, but I tell you what, with his offensive talent, oh my God.
He don't want to play quarterback.
You know, I know he don't, but you know the thing about it, he wants to be a defensive guy. But he's already, you know, working on that. But man, this young man is the best quarterback that I've watched since we started doing Under the Lights. I'm sorry,
Yes,
best
sir.
quarterback,
Yes, sir.
and that there's a lot that we've watched. You know, quarterbacks from STM, Arch Manning, you know, blah blah blah, all the way down the line. That young man right there is the best quarterback all the way around that I've seen in my years under the lights.
Wherever you put him,
Y'all seen some.
wherever he goes,
Y'all
he's gonna
seen
be
some
great.
great ones coming up. That just shows how young I am.
And how old I am. How old I am.
Gary never left the Pillsbury sidelines until I drug him away and said, "You want to come do some high school football with me for Under the Lights?" So he ain't been around the block like we have. Some of these guys in the chat have been.
I've seen David Christmas run all over Port Barry, you know, back in the day where the announcer was saying, "It's Christmas in," whatever date it was, in September, October, whatever. And, you know, I've seen a lot of talent, but I'll tell you what, I've never seen somebody like this guy.
Best player you ever seen play?
Who? I'm not as old. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
youngin'.
mean, we got a young panel here
Oh,
tonight.
I'm a youngin'. I'm only 7-8 years, and I'm, you know, just feel like I'm just getting out of school. But shoot, I mean, LCA's had some athletes come through there. Juwan Johnson, Sage Ryan a few years ago.
Ray remembers Jerome Pickney.
Jerome, most definitely best running back. He was 1 yard away from getting Port Barry basically back to the title game, or getting him to the title games before we ended up going.
97, correct?
I want to say 97. This young man was awesome, and I was standing right next to him whenever he was. When I say this short from getting the first down on the fourth down play, unbelievable. I'll get you with that, Braden. Yes, he was one of the best running backs I've ever seen.
Ooh, Trey Holly is definitely up
Trey
there.
Holly.
Top 3 for sure.
Oh, I've seen Trey. Trey was good. Trey was all time and everything like that. But when you're talking about a comparison, Joe McKnight, yes.
Never seen him.
Joe McKnight, John Curtis.
There's a lot of players in the state of Louisiana that
you
were
know,
damn good, but
yeah.
we talk about actually seeing in person.
Well, I've seen Joe McKnight in person.
I-
John Curtis. I've seen
There
Joe
you go.
McKnight in person. Joe McKnight.
Was I alive
That was a while, but he recently passed away.
Been a few years.
You know,
yet? JB got all
uh,
them New Orleans guys up there.
Fournette.
I thought about
Fournette's good too.
Fournette.
But, Joe McKnight. To me, Joe McKnight was an all-around back. Leonard Fournette was a power back that would just run through you. I mean, AKA, if you look at his college highlight film, he's going through people
Yeah.
and knocking them over and everything like that.
Yeah.
Holden, who's the best player
awesome.
you ever seen,
Awesome.
Holden?
Man, like I said, I've seen a lot. Like
Well,
I've
you get some
seen,
good guys over in your area.
yeah, like Christian Ducree from Fontainebleau. He went to the pros. Otha Peters. He
Kevin.
went,
Kevin was
the,
right down
the
the road.
one I remember it was Dalton Hilliard. He played at Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
He had like over like career 10,000 yards rushing. He went to LSU. Odell. I mean, there's so many I've
Man,
seen.
I played against Odell.
Louisiana.
Yeah, you played against
baby,
Odell.
Louisiana. Let me tell you something. We just named a few. Every one of these players that we just talked
Special in
about
their
were
own right.
special in their own way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, Dalton Hilliard. I've met this man when he was in college. I met this man when he was in the pros.
The dad?
Yeah,
Or the son?
No, the dad. Big dog. His legs were bigger than my waist.
Sure.
His legs were just.
That's a big weight.
He would run through you. There was a picture on Facebook a while back that showed him running with the ball, and his thighs were just humongous. He would run through you. Great person. Met him. His son actually took martial arts with my instructor in the New Orleans area. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had a chance to sit down and talk to him. Loved it.
Gary, you know how young I am?
Yeah.
And
I do.
you know how fresh I am into covering high school football?
Mm-hmm.
The best player I seen coming up until I started covering high school football, because I didn't get out watching these games. I never went to some of these games. The best player I ever seen coming up until 5 years ago was Daniel Francis. That's it.
Daniel?
I
I won't
only
lie.
watched Fort Barry all the way up until 5 years ago.
You want to talk about the Port Barry crew? I'm going to tell you. The
That's
two.
it. That shows how young I am here.
Daniel Francis and Marvin White. Offense, defense.
I'm sure Braden knows a few. I'm sure Braden.
Those two were unbelievable.
Port Barry
In
has
Port
some-
Barry.
Port
In
Barry
Barry
had
history.
dogs, bro.
Oh yeah, we did. But you know what?
Tyrone Davis, all them boys. And who's the other one?
The Keys
The
boys.
Chris Keys that had a
uh,
scholarship to play at Alabama.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can talk.
Dude, you realize that Port Barry team had a LSU commit, Chris Keys Alabama commit.
Abdul Levier
Abdul
was
Levier,
UL. We had different ones.
Y'all had an all-state fullback, Andrew
Robert.
Roback.
Roback. I mean, dude,
Hey, but
You know,
that
it's
that 02 Port Barry team has to be one of the best high school football teams. Like,
around our area.
around
around the
area,
locally.
And they were, and it's hard to say. It's hard to see what we were back then and what they are now, even though they're coming up. But boy, let me tell you something. That was some memories. That was some memories. Anyway, let's get going.
Let's fly through some of these picks here because some of these games were one-sided. Abbeville over Crawley tonight. Number 5, number 3, number 1, number 4. Enough said.
Yeah.
They were the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. When you start the game in an opening kickoff to the house, you knew it was going to be Abbeville's night. And let me just tell you, that number 5, special
He's
player.
a special person.
Simon, Simo, whatever his name is. The guy is fast, the guy is elusive, the guy is good.
Simo.
Simo.
Let me tell you something. We were talking about that when they kicked off, and he literally went through
That
the
was-
line
that was
untouched.
That was Mr. Judge.
Well, I know, but like I said, I'm just saying as a whole. When they kicked off the ball and he ran almost like I said, I don't think anybody touched him.
No, nobody touched him, Gary. I didn't even get comfortable upstairs, and he was taking it down the 30-yard line.
He went to the house, and then Mr. Seymour starts
About 4
running
or
the
5
ball
touchdowns later.
and speed.
About 4 or 5 2-point conversions later.
Oh yeah, running on the outside. He'd get the ball, and everybody looked like they turned and tried to get an angle on it. He would just beat them to the sideline and go down to the boundary and go down the field. Nobody could touch him.
Nope.
Coach Moy, much love, brother. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the win. Thank you for being a great friend to the show.
Oh,
my friend.
yes.
Congratulations, Wildcats. Central Episcopal, no problem tonight with West St. Mary, 60-6. Catholic and New Iberia, no problem tonight with Delcom, 49-0 shutout. Barb gets another win this week after beating Sulphur a week ago. They beat Nish this go around 35-17. Karen Crow 65 at the Crow Dome. They're going to stay in my top 5 until somebody beats them. 65-8 over Como. Holden, get your brother. Your brother's in the chat.
Who?
Look down.
I don't see nobody.
Yeah, your brother's in the chat.
Nut said he wants to come on the show. I said, no, you can't because you curse too much.
Nut, you cannot
Yeah,
come on
yeah.
and show you cuss too much, Nut.
He would say an F-bomb right away.
Iota gets back some revenge after last week's loss. 56-0 shutout over Pond Prairie. Westminster rolls tonight 51-0 over North Central. Cecilia sets up a huge matchup for the district title next week with OHS. 48-3 final over Beauchamp tonight. Eunice continues to roll, get their 5th win of the season. 48-14 tonight. Bobcats starting to get it clicking here. Kaplan Erav has game of the night written all over it and almost had upset of the night. Pirates avoid scare
Yeah, right.
on the road. Pirates get a big time win. I think he's 5 millers in deep right now,
Yeah.
Gary.
Boy,
You-
five or 6 Miller lights in right now.
you get past a big time district win. You knew ERAF was going to play them close tonight. Their record does not speak of how good of a football team they actually are.
I agree.
I don't think that's a 1-5 ERAF team. I think they play the tough schedule. And Kaplan moves to 6-1 on the year. How about the Pirates 6-1 last year at this time? I think they were 3-4, 4-3. But what a turnaround! Coach Brody got those guys winning games in all different aspects. You know their DNA. They're gonna grind out the clock. They're not gonna be flashy and throw it all over the field. But
They're
Pirates
setting up
find
future
ways to
matches
win
too.
football games, and tonight they set up an opportunity to be one of those contenders in the district race. They're 2-0, 1-0. I don't know the records here.
Yeah.
Brendan has his phone,
Yeah.
but he can find out. Abbeville, Kaplan, St. Martinville, those three still in contention.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great finish to that race.
Right.
We'll see. OHS happy
On the road.
homecoming. I heard they were still partying when we drove up tonight. 61-0 shutout over Livonia. Happy homecoming. I heard Webby is at Evangeline Downs right now throwing down for homecoming night.
Oh, it is rocking.
Shout
at
out to the
EED.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Next week, OHS Cecilia, get ready. Get your dang popcorn ready because you got a
Fireworks.
district title on the line next week.
We shot a lot of fireworks that game.
Port Bowery, ladies and gentlemen, gets their 3rd win of the season. We ain't had 3 wins in 13 years, but come on now.
ahead.
I lied, Gary.
Yeah, it ain't been that long.
I'm over exaggerating. I'm excited tonight. 3 wins in the last 3 years. That sounds
Right.
more like it.
Right.
Port Bowery gets a big win tonight over Ville Platte, 26-8. What a turnaround in
Man.
year 1 for the Angel era.
Coach Angel is actually putting things together. He's actually bringing the what I call it, the culture back into Port Barry. I can't wait to see it.
Look at your brother's comment.
I think Port Barry is just on the right track. They're basically, I think they're going to be good this year. Next year, I think they're going to have a little bit more. They're starting to get the culture of winning back into the program. I'm so excited. Congratulations to the Red Devils.
Brendan, a 1-9 team a year ago has a chance to be 5-5 and sneak into the playoffs. What a storyline. You can write a book about it.
For a program that has a lot of history of winning, it's a big time. Big time first year for this coach and big for y'all's program. I'm excited for you guys.
Holden, what you think of the quick turnaround in year 1?
Port Barry? Heck
Yes.
yeah, dude. I'm impressed. Like, when's the last time they won?
They won 1 game last year,
And
none the year before,
So I mean, this
and I think
this is
one the
already
year before that. I'm not sure.
this has already been a huge promising year. Like, I really like this coaching staff. He's changing the culture.
If you can get the 5 wins, wow.
Wow, big wow, big wow.
And even if you
We're gonna
go
sleep-
into the playoffs as a
we're
low
gonna sleep
seed,
good.
You're right. We're gonna sleep
You'll-
good tonight.
Start stacking up more wins like that. You're gonna
We're
have
going to pull them from the hallways.
Gonna have
even,
more kids
even
go.
if you get into the playoffs as a low seed, you still made it. You still
That's
look like
right.
that you
You're
made it
still
in
there.
year 1 as a 5 and 5
And
seed.
those seniors deserve to get into the playoffs. They've stuck it out for 4 years, they deserve to get there and at least taste it.
They're playing like it. I'll tell you that.
They're playing like they want it. They're playing like they're possessed. They really want to see the success. So congratulations.
Westgate North Vermilion, they battled it out on Thursday night,
They
folks.
did.
Westgate, a scare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not sure where they go after they turn to the new quarterback here, but 19-13, North Vermilion almost pulled a big-time upset here tonight, Brendan.
They did. They did. When I was looking at these scores and I saw that, and I was like, wow. Which then I remembered that Westgate's quarterback is hurt, but the fact that North Vermilion was able to go to Westgate and keep it close over there, and that's a hostile environment.
Right.
That place
Yes.
is packed out every week with Westgate fans. So tough loss, but if you're North Vermilion, you feel good going into next week that we can compete against some top-notch talent.
Right. Most definitely. I agree with that.
Holden, how many losses you had this week?
6,
Out of how many games?
48, 50.
48?
Yeah, 48.
6 losses in 48 games. Gary, how many losses you had?
6,
Out of how many games?
48.
Well, you know what one of those 6 were?
I know it.
This next one.
This next one. Now you're gonna rub it
They
in on
burnt
me.
you, didn't
They
Gary?
did. They put a torch to me, man.
How many times they
Oh.
burnt you this year?
I can't say it. Probably 3, 2 or 3.
Who's the only one that went Bro Bridge?
You.
What was my record?
42
42
and
and 6, the same as ours.
3-way tie, y'all.
3-way tie for the win this week, guys. Can you imagine that? Never in the history of Under the Lights have we ever had a tie like
And
that.
I just want to say, back-to-back
Oh,
winner.
here we go. Here we go.
He's gonna be like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can't take the children anyway.
Bro Bridge
Y'all just
in a
listen to me for advice.
shootout tonight at Kinder, 46-36. Kinder had the lead at halftime
They did.
here.
Yeah.
And then Bro Bridge at the end gets a big-time win over the Yellow Jackets on the road tonight. Bro Bridge, Kinder, boy, lived up to a good football game for sure.
It was a very good ball game. Yes.
Both of these teams are looking at seeding purposes because of Kinder's strength of schedule. They were in that top 20 coming into this week. We'll see where they at going into this coming week. Bro Bridges should boost them back up and get in back into that playoff hunt.
Yeah.
South Bow, a lot of people said this one was going to be a lot closer than everyone thought. Jennings is playing insane football right now.
Right, you're right.
Coach got them guys clicking on all cylinders. You got better watch out for Jennings. After that loss to Iowa, they have reeled off, 3 in a row? Or I'm not sure exactly what it is, but they're playing their best football of the season right now. So they're a scary team moving forward. South Bow, we know they're improved, but tonight they took one off the chin and lost 35-7.
Right.
Seems like every year you see Jennings getting in the playoffs as a bottom of the bracket team, and they always
And they make a run.
They always pull up. I mean, just a few years ago, they got into the playoffs and played. Who was it a few years ago? They played in state championship.
Me and Jordy was at the game watching.
They were the 22 seed. And they got
was at running back.
Trevor.
St. James?
Was it St. James? I believe it was St. James.
Me and Jordy was over there.
To get there as a 22 seed, I mean, I don't know how many teams can say.
You wasn't beating that St. James.
No, you
At
weren't.
that time,
You
it was
weren't.
like, okay, y'all play for number 2, Bob.
Yeah.
That's when they had both those defensive ends at 6'7".
But even last year, I believe they were the 26 seed, and they went, I believe it was to Plaquemine, and pulled off an upset at Plaquemine. So
Yeah.
Can't count out the Bulldogs when they get to the playoffs.
You can't.
Jennings is always tough.
You can't.
So we'll see where they end up in these next couple weeks.
Right.
St. Charles, St. Martinville, at one point, a lot of us were scratching our heads saying, hey, man, it's 15-15. Can St. Martinville pull it off? But the comments,
Boy, did they.
boy, started playing comment football. I'm sure they took the crowd out of it, and they rolled from that point on. I guess they just had to wake up a little bit and let them know, hey, man, that was a long drive, but let's start playing comment football. Final score tonight, 43-15. At one point, this was tied 15.
This was a tie ball game.
And Comet stayed perfect, 7-0 in the year. Southside Sharks staying in that district race. They're staying around, hoping Acadiana beats Karen Crow.
They're circling their victim.
Hoping they beat Acadiana and stay in that race. We'll
Yeah.
see how that one finishes. But 38-14 over Sulphur tonight. Sharks are real, and the Sharks are still in that title picture hunt.
Oh, most definitely.
The Quincy, you said it all week, the defense is good, but the offense
Struggles.
stalls. They struggle. They can't get nothing moving. Tonight, another factor of their offensive woes, because you hold a good Welsh team to 22 points. You might beat and go win a couple ball games that way
Right.
Yeah.
tonight, but if you can't get nothing moving on the scoreboard and the Greyhounds get 22 and punch a shutout,
Yeah.
what's that speak of this Greyhound team that's starting to ride a 5-game winning streak after they started 0-2, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
They done won 5 in a row after they lost 2 in the beginning. Watch out for the Greyhounds.
Welsh is a force to be reckoned with in that district.
They are.
Yeah, I'm Welsh at Notre Dame collision course,
Mhm.
but Notre Dame is still the team to beat.
Right. Oh, most definitely.
It's the Notre Dame.
St. Ed's, Sacred Heart. We said it, throw the records out the window. I'm sure Ville Platte was rocking tonight. And two teams that don't like each other, it lived up to the hype another year. This is always a classic when these two teams meet. No one wants to lose this game, and the winner just has a heck of a story to tell afterwards, because bragging rights are always on the line here. But tonight was the night for Blue Jay Country to get back in their winning ways after last year's tough loss to Sacred Heart. We called it.
Yeah,
we
we
saw
sure
it in
did.
person. St. Ed's 21, Sacred Heart 14. Love to know how that one finished, because at one point this was what, 7-0, 6-0.
Yeah, it was tight all the way through.
Yes. St. Thomas More 49-0 shutout win at home. They moved to 7-0 in the year. Caldwell Parish, no problems tonight over Marksville 34-6. Franklin had a 28-14 lead on Lowerville, and Lowerville stormed all the way back to knock off Franklin at home 32-28. I bet that Tiger Nation was jumping tonight on that
I'm
comeback
sure.
win.
It was rocking and
Congratulations,
rolling.
Lowerville. What a comeback. What a win. 5th win of the season goes to Lowerville. Sam Houston, they revenged their loss this week to Acadiana. Knock off Lafayette on the road, 34-21. Grand Lake shuts out Lake Arthur on the road, 28-0. What a win. What a
Right.
statement.
It's a big win.
Yeah, big statement win right there.
Church Point Northwest, it came down to the 4th quarter, less than a minute. Northwest scores. Going for a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Fumble to snap. Church Point goes on the road and knock off the Raiders. Church Point is in the lead of that district race. If Iota can knock off Church Point week 10, we may have a 3-way tie for the district title. If Church Point knocks off Iota, it's all Battling Bears district champs.
Hey, Jordan, who picked Church Point last
That
week?
helmet actually fit.
It didn't fit. No, it actually did it?
Yep.
What a game between the Raiders
Yeah.
and the Battling
Yeah.
Bears.
Right.
Good to see that game competitive again.
Yeah, but they
Don't listen to
were
them
just
Church
something
Point fans. I'm with y'all. I picked y'all. Don't listen to them. don't listen to them.
Bunky, Buckeye. Boy, this one was a scare for a while.
Yeah.
We thought we was going to have a chance to see an upset of the state tonight. Bucky and gave Bunky all they could handle. But at the end, you started seeing Bunky start to pull away.
Started
And
flexing their muscles.
58-41, a big-time road win. Probably not the easiest places to win on the road, but offense looked like they had no problems tonight. I'm sure the coaching staff's going to address the defense and get ready for a huge
Oh, yeah.
district championship game next week.
7-0.
7-0 versus
7-0.
7-0
I
for
wonder-
the district title at the Grove.
It makes me wonder if Bunky was looking ahead. I'm serious.
They may
I'm
have been.
serious.
They may have been kind of just looking ahead.
It could happen, but you know they'll be ready to play next week.
They will be. They
Right.
better. They say eat your weenies. And they
Yeah,
better,
You're right.
'cause
You're right.
June is coming.
I can't wait to get down to Bunky next week.
That's gonna
I'm
be
excited for that too.
We're going to be at the game calling it. tailgating. It's going to be a lot of fun. Devin Staub, you got a score update on Stanford and Colorado?
I'm about to watch the game right now.
Dunham over Episcopal. If Braden says pick Dunham, you listen to Braden on Wednesday night. Hey, good pick, Braden. What we don't know, we turn to the expert, and the expert is hardly ever wrong.
You're right.
99.9%. You always go with Mr. Braden. Final score 55-28 over Episcopal. Hanson Memorial, Centerville. This was tight for a while.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
5 seconds left to go in the game. Show it this way, Hope.
What?
5 seconds left to go in the game.
No.
Yeah, boy, they said it right here in the chat. 36-33, Colorado. 5 seconds left.
Oh, I must be way behind.
5 minutes left.
Oh, they said
Yeah.
5 minutes
I
left.
say I had four.
We still got 5 minutes to talk.
Yeah.
21-8 final score. Hanson Memorial gets their 6th win of the season. Gets a big time win after dropping the overtime heartbreak last week to Jeanerette.
Right.
Coach returned to Evangel tonight. Oh, so sweet. Back where it all started. And 38-28 final. North Dakota continues to roll. They moved to 6-1 on the season. University Lab flexed their muscles tonight. I told you on the Wednesday night show who could give St. Charles a threat in that division of who could keep them away from their three-peat. ULAB is going to be the team.
They're going to give them a run. I got to give them that.
43-7. Haynesville bounces back in a big time. Yeah. Calvary Baptist too. Don't sleep on Calvary Baptist. It all depends on seeding.
You're right.
Who falls on what side of the bracket.
Right.
Haynesville, no problems with Arcadia tonight, 55-12. They said Haynesville was going to bounce back tonight because of the humbling loss last week to Oak Grove.
Right.
We knew they were going to respond in the right way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And
Holly's Lock of the Week, 6-1, baby. Shout out to Whips Prince for the Lock of the Week T-shirts.
party.
Holly moves to 6-1 on the year. You said it was bold to take 6-0 Vermilion Catholic over Jeanerette. That was 5-1. Holly said, she said, hold my nuts and said, she said, watch this. I'm going bold. It was a bold type of Wednesday night show. And Vermilion Catholic 42-8 all over Jeanerette on the road. How about them Screaming Eagles, ladies and gentlemen?
Forced to be reckoned with again this year. Look out.
I rarely
That's the
lose
year.
when I pick them, and I'm going to keep picking them.
Right.
You
I
got
don't blame
to.
you.
You
If
got
it ain't
to.
broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
Screaming Eagles are now 7-0, rightfully so.
It's a good team,
Can
man.
they sneak into the top 5 of smaller schools in the next Wednesday night show?
They might.
Could happen. I don't know. We have to talk about it. We have to write them down. Cool. She can't do it, Kirk. She already picked Port Barry this year over Livonia.
Mm-hmm.
That was her lock of the week, week 1, correct?
Right.
So once she picks a team, she can't pick them again.
Yeah.
How about them Blue Jays? How about them? 21-14. Yes, indeed. Setting up week 10 district championship game. Franklin Parish Tioga. This was a good one. 2 5-1 teams going at it tonight on the reservation. Tioga sneaks by with a 20-16 win. What a game. What a game. Congratulations, Tioga. Big time win. West Ouachita, we told you they played a soft schedule up to this point. West Monroe, we told you they were still the big dogs in that area. 42-19. West Monroe moves to 6-1 on the year. It was the return of Coach David Semino with Catholic of Baton Rouge coming into town. His former team. Could Central prove all the doubters wrong and say, hey, we're still a 5-1 good program here. We know our schedule up to this point has not been the hardest. We talked about it. Central gave Catholic a BR all they could handle tonight. 38-42. They fall at home. But what a fight.
They were winning in the fourth quarter, Jordy.
What a fight it was.
They were winning, and BR, bro, just came
Catholic
back.
of Baton Rouge. You can't say anything, but it's Catholic football.
Is it Ash and Tioga? That's the date that's coming up.
Probably.
Sterlington Union Parish, the big one up north. It would be a 14-point win tonight for Sterlington. I'm guessing they shut down the tailback for Union Parish, my friend. West Monroe and Ash coming up. That's a big one. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, man, that's gonna be tough.
And the way Ash is playing here lately, watch out. They might go knock
they've been
off
hot.
West
They've been hot
Monroe,
the past few
Gary.
weeks.
They might. It's tough.
Once they've got past those 2 losses. Alexander Senior High.
Alexander.
Okay, I never
They
really heard.
played Ruston Tough a week ago.
Right.
Sterlington Union Parish 24-10.
Right.
This next one, John Curtis knocks off Acadiana tonight 28-0. Coach is now 3 wins away.
3 wins away.
And shut out Acadiana. If anybody has the last time Acadiana has been shut out in the regular season or playoffs or state championship, please leave it in the chat. I'm challenging you, Braden. Go find out.
Yeah.
Hey,
If he can find out this in the next
I
few
thought-
minutes.
I thought it was going to be, which is still challenging, but I thought it was going to be damn near hard for JT to get that win. Was it 4?
Yeah, it was 4.
JB, my man,
And
you
you
picked
already
Acadiana,
started.
didn't you? I told you on your show Tuesday night. I picked Acadiana and you win against me, man. I mean, I picked John Curtis and you win against me.
Oh, hey, I did too. So
But it's just like, something had to happen because John Curtis hasn't, they've been up and down. Acadiana's just been dominating.
John Curtis
Yeah.
played 2 good teams these
Yeah.
last 2 weeks. Holy Cross and
Yeah, I get
Rummel.
it.
Right.
I get it. But Rummel's kind of
And
down
who
this year. I
Acadiana
think.
played? Who they played? Sam Houston and Como or Nish?
Acadiana.
Yeah.
Played that Fayette Christian.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
not.
talking about the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
It's
2
not
weeks.
that
Yeah.
far off. I feel like some turnovers.
Yeah, they
something
Yeah, they
happened.
played
I don't
Sam
know.
Houston and beat them.
I don't
big.
know what happened to the game, but that's hard. That's something that you don't see normally is Acadiana getting
Peer
shut
to
out.
veer,
Yeah,
Curtis style.
right.
Little
Curtis had the better beer.
pass.
Yes.
Brother Martin, how about you go and knock off Holy Cross tonight, 22-19?
Huge upset.
Wow.
How about them
Huge
Crusaders?
upset.
That is
Y'all,
amazing.
are y'all mind blown?
My mind is
We
blown.
were all
huge
on
upset.
board of this Holy Cross football team. They lost to a good Brother Morton team tonight. Don't jump completely off. Hang off the edge of the wagon, Gary.
You right.
Hey, I'm not
Right.
jumping off at all. That's still a good team,
It
man.
is.
Guess who they got next week?
In the car,
In the car.
Yeah.
that could be a shootout.
That's gonna be interesting.
That means the fireworks.
JB! Holy Cross and that in the car next week, my man.
That's some talent right there.
That
man.
is gonna be
D1's all
Some
over the
game.
field.
I ain't seen Braden in a minute. He must be looking up my last time Acadiana got shut out stats.
Yeah, might have. If they ever have.
Man, it's got to be a long
A
time.
long time ago, yeah.
And we go. What's Nutsack doing up this late?
Nick don't go to bed till like 5 in the morning
I got
and
you.
wakes up at 7.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's shift gears. Let's go games of the night. We start off with Mr. Holden Lee. Games of the night. Who is it?
I'm gonna keep it just short because I know a few of y'all have a few more, but I just picked one. I went with Church Point over at Northwest. I think Church Point, that is a turnaround win for their season, and they control their own destiny to win the district title. They just got to win out, and I think that's the game of the night right there.
Gary, your games of the night.
Got 4. I got that one, the Church Point Northwest. I got that one also, but I got Oberlin over Basile from Thursday night.
What a game.
That was, that was just a game of the night. I got St. Ed's over Sacred Heart. Like you said, the schedule, the rivalry
there,
games.
man.
You just throw
One
the
of
records out the
most
window.
Hated games I've
Right.
ever seen in these 5 years.
You just throw the record out the window on each team and all that. And I got Elton over East Bow.
Elton over
Only
East
because
Row.
Brandon's here.
No, actually, I got.
Shout out to the Indians.
man. I got it.
And
I
not
got to
Tioga.
give it, man. And
Even though he didn't bring us Boudin.
I didn't pick them, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I thought it was gonna be a real close game, and I thought East Bow was gonna have it, but y'all proved me wrong. So congratulations.
Four-way
Thanks, sir.
split.
Four-way split.
Four-way
split.
split.
This
That
is title.
district title. Brendan, games of the night belongs to who?
I went Elton East Bow. Obviously because it was a big win and it put us in a 4-way chance for
We got a homer here on the
the
Yeah,
district
yeah,
title.
that's him.
I put Basil Oberlin
Absolutely.
because it was
What a game.
huge. It was a huge. It put the district in shambles. I mean, it put it completely up for grabs. I put Kaplan Erath. It was that because I was a little bit different. It ended up being close. I didn't think that Kaplan would struggle with Erath, but it was a surprise. And I put Breaux Bridge Kinder. A lot of fireworks over there in John C. Buck Stadium.
Games of the night, I'm going with 6 of them, Gary.
6.
You know we had 6 turnovers last night and we
Yeah, we
still
sure
won
did.
a game. How
That's
about I
right.
start off games of the night with 6 of them?
That's right.
Oberlin over Basil. Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a big wow.
Oh, that was fun to call.
Fumble 10 times and still win.
St. Ed's over Sacred Heart tonight. The rivalry is real, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never experienced that rivalry, I highly challenge you to get out next year to go watch those 2 teams battle. Wait, could we see them in the playoffs?
That's a possibility.
Let's see if Sacred Heart gets in. Church Point over Northwest. It came down to a 2-point conversion, and that goes game of the night absolutely. Brother Martin knocking off Holy Cross by 3 tonight. Absolutely game of the night caliber. Catholic of Baton Rouge and Central. That shootout tonight was a 4-point win. Game of the night for that one. And I got to give it for my boy, Coach Brody. 6 Millers deep right now. Listening to the recap show with your boys over here in Opelousas, Louisiana, over Erath tonight. Congratulations, Pirates. Off to a heck of a start, 6-1. Holden Lee, we go upsets of the night. Talk to me slow, my man.
I'm going to just keep it short and sweet because, like I said, I know everybody has multiple picks. So could be potential upset of the year, too. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to have this game. Peabody, bro.
Peabody over St. Mary's, the number 1 ranked team in the state, goes down tonight.
That's upset of the night. Like, there's no other team that had a better upset than this one right there. That one right there.
And look at this, Miss Lori Como from Welsh. The Greyhounds coming through. Last time Acadiana didn't score was 2021 against Catholic of Baton Rouge. 20-0 is the final.
Wow.
That really went that long
I
ago.
didn't really realize it was that,
Recent.
that recent, yeah.
Gary Swallow,
Wow.
upsets of the night. Talk to me, my friend.
Elton over East Bow.
Elton over East Bow.
Okay. Breaux Bridge over Kendall.
Okay.
And Peabody over St. Mary's. That's my 3.
friend. Okay. Mr. Brendan.
I said Church Point over Northwest because I mean they won over Northwest in Northwest.
Okay.
I said Brother Martin over Holy Cross. Holy Cross is, I mean,
Okay.
Brother Martin's still good, but I said Brother Martin over Holy Cross is because Holy Cross. I mean, you beat a good John Curtis team just a few weeks ago. I said it last time. I'm saying it again. 30-14, homecoming night. Elton East Bow.
Here we go. This man's fired up, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're fired up with us. You're still rocking with the late night edition of the recap show. Upsets of the night, Mr. Swallow. Elton over East Bow. Who saw
Yes.
that one coming?
We didn't.
He did.
But
I
yeah,
did.
He
The
did.
entire state did not pick Elton to win that football game, but everybody in that community, everybody in that locker room, that entire coaching staff and that school believed they could do it. And you just
They
put
did.
the football down any given Friday. Anything's possible. Gary, Wednesday, what I said? I said it is going to be Friday the 13th, Friday night, and it's going to be upsets galore. And that's
Right.
a big one.
It was a big one, yes.
Oberlin over Basil. Yes, it's an upset.
It is.
I'm giving it an
It was.
upset.
It is.
Yes.
I agree.
Grand Lake over Lake Arthur tonight, shutting them out on the road at Lake Arthur after Lake Arthur's off to an outstanding start. I give them upset of the night.
I'm with you on that one.
That's a good one, too.
Peabody over St. Mary's. All you did was knock off the number 1 team in the state of Louisiana. Absolutely upset of the night. Congratulations, War Horses. Only we go UTL statement win of the night. Who gets it?
Well, there's once again, a lot of teams. So the one I picked, John Curtis shutting out Acadiana,
Oh, good one.
Okay.
Good
Good
one, my
one.
friend.
and Stanford just sent the game into overtime.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, yeah, I kind of eat the kettle on that one. I mean, I didn't never say John Curtis was trash, but I also thought this weren't some of the better teams they
More
had.
like a 35-14, 28-21 type of game.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to be
I
a
didn't think
shutout
it was
ball
going to
game.
be this. Like I was not expecting this. So
Figured
I just-
Acadiana go over there and give them a little bit more than they gave them.
Right.
Yep. So
I agree.
2 years in a row, Gary.
Yeah.
Acadiana loses to John Curtis.
Right. That's not normal.
I won't be picking against John Curtis a lot more.
Yeah.
Gary Swallow. We talked about upsets. Now give me a statement win of the night. Who is your statement win of the night?
LCA over Turlings in a butt whipping.
59 points difference?
That's right. That is the biggest statement win of the weekend.
You know what's crazy?
You
We
know.
all talk about Juwan Johnson. I watched the game. Their defense is what started because Turlings
Right.
was actually driving after LCA scored, and LCA's defense made a goal line stand and stopped them, and that's when LCA just turned it
They
on.
Right.
picked up and
62-3 statement win.
Okay. Once I agree with John Curtis over Acadiana. You don't
Shut out the Wrecking Rams.
You don't see that.
Don't happen often.
No, not at all. And statement win was Opelousas Catholic over Catholic High School.
Look at
Look
you.
at Parker P. You put the
Yeah.
Vikings on the recap
That's
show.
it. I'm putting them on there,
Who
man.
are you?
I'm a Red Devil that's saying that they did good.
Hey, put on their helmet, rub it.
No,
Oh, no.
that's sacrilege. I ain't gonna do it.
Brandon,
I said,
UTL statement win of the night. I know we're about to hear Elton for a third time, so we'll be here.
hey, you actually, well, not this time. I said
Christ,
St.
that's a
Louis,
statement win.
St. Louis over LCCP.
I like
Right,
it.
I like it, yeah.
I'm withholding that the best team in Lake Charles. I said it on the panel the other night. Don't know if y'all saw the comment.
I
Right.
said it in July.
They're the
I
favorite.
said it Wednesday.
They're my favorite to win.
I said they're gonna win state Wednesday.
They're the favorite to win this district. I think they're gonna a quarterfinal or semifinal team. St. Louis over LCCP.
After what LCA does, man, huh?
I don't have to mention LCA Turlings again.
Right. Most definitely. That was probably the statement game of the year as far as the margin of victory right there. But yeah, I gotta agree
Union
with that.
Parish over Sterlington.
Yes.
That's always a good game, especially the past few years with Trey Holly.
Sterlington won that game.
Yeah.
You said
Oh,
it.
Sterlington. Excuse me.
Yes.
So Sterlington's win over Union. That's especially Union has the leading rusher in the state,
Right.
or close with Kevon Johnson.
LCA is what? How many interceptions they had against Ruston? If you just minus 2 interceptions, LCA wins that game.
Let
They
me throw
should
more
be
salt in the
undefeated.
wound here. LCA is playing up 2 classifications, not even a true 4A school.
No.
Right? Exactly.
62-3. Put it in the locker room.
Right. Put that in a big poster and
Dude,
put that
that's-
sucker right there.
You realize that's bad, dude. Like that's
Woo.
on the road.
That is,
How
you
do
know,
you
I
come
said
back from that?
that's putting a whooping on somebody,
How do you
man.
come back from that? How do you get mentally back into the game the next week?
What's scary is now their defense is matching their offense.
Yes.
Brendan, what was your statement wins of the night?
All you need now is special teams to come together.
Statement wins. I said St. Louis over Lake Charles College Prep. Obviously LCA over Turlings. Sterlington over Union, and Iowa over Westlake.
Hey, good picks, my
Good
man.
ones. That was some good ones. Yeah.
UTL statement wins of the night, ladies and gentlemen. John Curtis setting it off down in New Orleans. We're gonna set this thing off and shut the Wrecking Rams out.
You're right.
Mr. Gary, LCA dropping 62 big ones and only giving up 3 on the road at Rebel Stadium in front of a packed house live on Night Vision TV. It was a rout, and the LCA night train rolls into week 8, a scary ball club.
You're right.
Yep.
St. Louis over Lake Charles College Prep, one of the best defenses in the entire state of Louisiana.
Right.
It's
Short
the
defense.
Saints, led by Mr. Monte, one of my favorite players in the state
Right.
of Louisiana. Brother Martin knocking off Holy Cross tonight. Statement win of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave Grand Lake over Lake Arthur my final statement win of the night. 28-0 shutout win on the road.
That was a good one.
Time to talk a little helmet sticker action. Let's put a little sticker on a helmet that deserves it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Holden, which team deserves a helmet sticker?
I'll do 2. I'll do 3 of them. Port Barry,
You're showing a little
Yeah,
love for
you're
the
showing
Red
a little
Devils.
for the
Come
Red
on down.
Peabody,
Peabody,
Yeah.
yes.
and last but not least, Elton.
Woo-hoo! Oh, you get some love
Yeah,
tonight.
get some love tonight, Bubba.
They deserve it tonight.
Yep.
Right.
They
Gary
do.
Swallow, helmet stickers of the night. Talk nice to me.
I'm gonna talk nice to you, but I'm gonna tell you, LCA top of the list.
Give him another helmet
Give him
sticker.
another helmet sticker.
You want to try that helmet on?
Yeah.
They deserve
Nah.
5 of them.
John Curtis, JT Curtis doing what he needs to
That
do.
LCA helmet on the
Uh,
table.
You don't have one?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
right behind
You
you. Destrahan, the quiet champion that keeps on winning. Port Barry,
Pull Barry's helmet,
yeah,
man.
Port Barry.
Huh.
The Red Devils on the table. We got a big win
Yeah,
tonight.
big win tonight.
Put
Port
the
Barry.
Elton football team on the
Yeah.
table.
Church Point.
Go to Spear up there, baby.
I got to give Church Point a great win. Doing what they had to do. And then Elton.
What else we got we can throw on the table
Wait
tonight?
a point.
Big
Give me a
win.
point.
St. Anne's won tonight. Big win tonight. Who else won tonight,
Hey,
big dog?
Jordy.
Let them fly
You're-
on the table.
you're-
Abbeville, big win tonight. Put them on the table, dog.
Where's the over the time?
Gary Jordan?
Oh, Oberlin right.
Church Point.
I'm an
Oberlin
Elton
right
Indian,
there.
and I'm saying
Jordan,
now,
look,
where's
look.
the over the Tiger?
Elton Fitz, Jordan.
Come on now. Oberlin, big win tonight. Put them on the table. Church Point, big win tonight. Put them on the table.
Hold on, give me that. That's my pick right here, boy.
Happy homecoming. Put them on the table.
That's right. Put all of this right there.
Who else?
We good.
Thanks.
I'm about
Give
to
me a
say,
highway.
give me a
Put them all on the table, folks. It's going down in Opelousas tonight. We ain't done.
Pro Bridge.
We ain't done.
Pro Bridge right
Now,
here.
don't take them all off, because then I got to put them back on.
We got this, Mr. Swallow. We got this.
Opelousas Cadillac.
Vikings got a win, Gary. This is for you, sir.
Put it over there.
That's for you, sir.
I'll take it.
Let's look. Brobridge got a big win tonight, Mister. Let's see. Anybody else?
Funky.
No.
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 We good.
Huh. You ain't leaving out the Crow,
No,
Gary
you got to have the
Swallow.
Crow. The Crow is on there.
You ain't leaving out the Pirates of Kaplan and the Jolly Roger.
Hell yeah.
Gary hit him with the hell yeah. No. Here, boy. Put that on Elton. You know that's your body, your brother.
Yeah. Hey, Mikey. Got to put Mikey's out there.
Damn, Stanford scored already.
I can't reach Iota and Westminster,
That's
so
good.
sorry about
That's
that. Anybody else I'm missing?
No, we good.
All right, my friend. You are missing one.
I just said,
Bonky.
I said Bunky.
All right, we're ready for the rest of the show.
That's
Let me see, Gary. Put the god dang helmets on the table. Give them all helmet stickers.
right. They all win. They all deserve one.
But here's my helmet stickers of the night. I give helmet stickers to teams that allow us to cover them and win on those nights. Oberlin Tigers gets my helmet sticker. Abbeville tonight gets my helmet sticker. Winner, chicken dinner Thursday and Friday night. Helmet stickers. Also, Mr. Swallow, up top, man, friend. Put Barry, helmet sticker of the night, gets their third win of the season. Congratulations, Red Devils. Guess who got another one, Gary?
Who got another one, Jordy?
Holly's Lock of the Week. Vermilion
Oh,
Catholic
the
Screaming
Screaming Eagles,
Eagles.
yes.
Another helmet sticker I'm giving out tonight. And my final helmet sticker tonight, I promise we're going to shut this baby down. We're going to let you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we're going to go party like it's Elton, Louisiana on fire.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Final helmet sticker tonight goes to Elton. The frickin' Indians get it done and set up a 4-way tie in this district race. What a week 7 it was, boys. What a
It was
night.
awesome.
What a night. What a night. Can we look at next week before we say our final thoughts? Anybody got a screen?
Nope. I took off. My battery's going dead.
Anybody?
Let me see.
Come on, man.
I can get on. Let me see if I can get on, man. Let me get on there real quick.
Hurry up.
Let's see if I can get on. Let's jump on.
That might be going crazy. Let me see. All right, they're still in the chat. Holden hiding behind those helmets.
Much like a good game.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's shift gears a little bit and talk a little football next week. I'm about to get you excited for Week 8. Gary,
Let's do it.
get ready. LCA Westgate next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Could be a good one, but could
We'll see.
be a
We'll
bad
see.
one.
Central Catholic at Hanson Memorial next week.
That's
yes,
a good one.
That's
Two
going to be
good
a good
football
one.
teams going at it
That's a
next
good
week.
one.
Karen Crow at Sam Houston next week. Could Sam Houston throw a wrench into everything?
Yeah.
JB and the boys will be there from the Hash It Out show at the LCA Westgate game. Hey, I got a couple more for you. Port Barry at Basil next week. Red Devils Bearcats. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
That's going to be interesting.
Tioga at Neville next week. 2 1-loss teams squaring off.
Yep.
St. Martinville at Kaplan next week. If Kaplan wants to win a district title, you got to go slay the giant that's owned that district these last few years. DeRitter Unings, huge implications in that district race. Turlings at STM next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Brother Martin at Rummel.
Oh, man. Clash of the Titans.
2 teams that are coming off of a huge couple weeks. St. Ed's at Catholic of Point Capee next week, Gary.
That's going to be an interesting ball game.
Oberlin, Elton, huge implications, my friend.
Clevebeard Stadium on a Friday night.
Central Baton Rouge at Zachary next week. Opelousas High at Cecilia. Oh, district championship on the line. Bulldog Stadium will be rocking. It will be on VSN. So I can't wait to see that matchup. Ooh, gonna be a dandy.
Yes, it will.
Acadiana versus Southside next Friday, friend.
That may well be the district championship.
No.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Karen Crow is in that
They're the driver's seat.
in the driver's seat.
They
Karen
are,
Crow
but
I
waits
forgot about
for Acadiana if they get past Southside.
That's what I'm saying. That might be for that. And then if Acadiana beats Scarecrow, you got to think about it both ways.
The Arbonne Woods Charter takes their undefeated streak into Calvary Baptist, another undefeated team. The Catholic schools cheat. That's what the
We
coach
talked
said
about
on the
that earlier.
That's what the
radio.
coach said
We
on the
talked
radio.
about that
You
earlier.
know who he got to play next
Yeah.
week? He got to play Calvary Baptist next week after that statement he made on the radio this week.
Good luck, sir.
That is going to be.
Get your popcorn
oh my
ready,
God.
Good luck,
folks.
sir.
Ooh. JB, I know you got something to say about that, my friend. Who else? I can spice up something for you real quick. Holy Cross versus Edna Carr next week. That's a good one. And I'll give you one more. I'll give you the location of where we're covering next Friday night. 7-0 Gina. 7-0 Bonky. District title on the line. Live on Under the Lights. We will be there. Play by play. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great football. We'll see ya at Bonky High School, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Marquee matchup.
Most definitely.
Gary, Holden, Brendan, some great slots here next week. High school football in the state of Louisiana. We can't wait to see what's in store for Week 8. Let's close the door on Week 7. Let's get ready for Week 8. Holden Lee, give me some inspiring words to close us out here tonight. Final thoughts. You got to give me something good. You have to end the night with something, a banger.
Man.
Next week.
No, I'm excited for next week.
Arthur Welsh,
It'll be my first time this year on my work weekend that I'm going to go to a Friday night game and watch and cover the game with Jordan and them. So I'm excited for that game.
In the matchup.
Oh
Gina
yeah.
Bunky?
Oh, you told him already? I didn't. Yeah, Gina and Bunky. That's gonna be a hell of a matchup.
I'll tell you what, you saw that thing coming at your living rooms, huh, folks? He just got you fired up. Gary Swallow, give me something to get us ready for week 8.
Man, just a lot of excitement, a lot of those matchups that you saw. Can't wait to see what Bunky, that game that we're going to be covering. I think it's going to be a great week starting off. All of the games coming up it's going to be so exciting. It's getting time to position yourself for the playoffs. Look out. The fireworks are getting ready to fly.
Brendan, talk to me and let me know what's going on.
If week 8 is anything compared to what week 7 was, we're in for another dandy week. Bunky, Gina, Elton Overland.
Holy Cross in the car.
Holy Cross in the car. I mean, it don't get much better than
The
that.
University
Jordan.
of Ed Nicole.
Yeah.
Do we have a
It don't get much better than that for a Friday
Right
night.
after next week.
Yeah, we
We
might.
need to talk to the coach.
Yeah.
Boys, y'all ready to go home?
Yeah. I got to work tomorrow.
What a night. What an absolute week 7
Stanford's
it
about
was.
to win this, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight with us for the late night recap show. It was fun, boys. We cut up a little bit here tonight.
did. We had
talked
some
about
fun.
some good high school football.
We did.
We talked some scores, some reactions, some wows, and some good old-fashioned football talk. Always see a great crowd in the chat. JB, we seen Devin Staub, we seen Miss Lori, we seen Nut in the chat. I mean, so much more. Braden was here week in and week out. Fans continue to show. I seen Brian tonight.
Y'all go to bed.
Yep.
Kirk was in the chat celebrating a big time win. So, shout out to all those guys. Andrew Vest in the chat tonight. We'll see those guys week 9. I can't wait to see what's in store on the menu that night, my friend.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We say good night for now. Week 7 is over. We close the door and we shift gears to week 8. And I promise you, week 8, we're going to set it off Wednesday night for the pick show. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a banger because we got some matchups to talk about. No sleep to Brooklyn. Damn right, my friend. God bless high school football. God bless everyone that supports us.
Stanford
And
wins.
God bless UTL. From myself, Jordan Taylor, the voice of Under the Lights, Mr. Gary Swallow, Mr. Holton Lee, Mr. Brendan Laughlin, brand new team member of Under the Lights. Congratulations, my man.
Yes, sir.
More news broke tonight. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Wednesday night. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, brother.
Lock of the
That's
week.
good. Right on.
What a week.
That was